Hello to all my beautiful knights and queens of the world. You already know who it is. It's Mr. Royal Diamond, aka Mr.RoyalNieves, coming back at you with another phenomenal video. I'm also known as Gio. For some of you who don't know, now you know. When you know, now you know what I mean. So let's get right into it. So my life is gonna be about keep showing up. That's one of my topics I'm gonna talk about, amongst a little bit other things. But I want to start off with doing like a little I don't know what you call it, like a stitch buyout. I went to Walmart and I was just looking around because as we already know, we're hitting the seasons. Thanksgiving is coming up, Christmas is coming up, so Halloween done passed, and for some odd reason, it feels like if it doesn't feel like the holidays, but then all of a sudden it does feel like the holidays. So I don't know if everybody you kind of know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? If you feel the same way. But you already know, let's get into it. So I have a couple goodies that I want to get into because, as some of you know, and some will know, my favorite character is Stitch, as you could tell. I love my Stitchy. You know what I'm saying? Got the little had to match with the color because you know how it is. My apologies. It's been a couple days, maybe a week or two. I haven't done a live yet. You know what I mean? Or a while because you know how that goes. You get busy, caught up with life, but sometimes you got to keep showing up and keep doing what you got to keep doing, regardless of how you feel. I was also under the weather for a couple of days, but I'm getting better. Glory to God. You already know what I mean. So my first thing I want to show you guys is my stitchy stocking that I got at what's it Family Dollar for $7. So I went shopping with my daddy. I went to Family Dollar. I would just be looking whatever. So I came across this beauty. It was kind of folded up like that. I was like, oh, because you recognize the face, give you closer detail. It's kind of like this. It's like a pinkish color, and this is like a baby Stitch looking thing. Christmas. So, and you have like this little furry thing right here. Little furry. Uh huh. You see it. Ooh, Stitch, you was bad. You was bad, Stitch. But I love Stitch, and it's like a little present. He's got a little present, little ornament. So dope. Has like a little thing you can hang it up. Also, like this is I think like once you open this like little piece, it opens up, but that's like how it looks. I don't know if you can see like the inside of that. Oh my god, because it's a big stocking. So this is one of like my, I don't know if my third or fourth stitch stockings that I have, but I started decorating a little bit. I got my Christmas tree up. I got my two mini trees by my fireplace, but it has like this silk to it. I think that's what you call it, like a little silky stocking. It's like a little shiny. If you can hear that, yeah, yeah, you see it. That's like how the back looks, the front. Oh my god, I have this other one. Is You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. So that's one of like I don't know 5 or 7 things. This is my second one. The first one was from Family Dollar. The next few are from Walmart. My apologies, trying to remember. So this I got from Walmart, and look how cute. Oh my god, he is so cute. Look, hello, baby Stitch. This is my Stitchy. Hello, baby Stitch. So I think it's like either a paperweight holder or something like it's either like the sign. You could put it sideways like that. You could do it like that, or you could do it like this. You know, so it could be like you could get two and put like paperweight holder like that, or it's just for pretty purposes because I have like a whole what do you call that, like a shelf, like a tower shelf, and I have a whole bunch of stitch stuff on there, so you can't beat that. And I got this. I think this was what, 4.99, $5 if I'm not mistaken, at Walmart, and it's 6 by 6 size. It's like a block, but it's pretty heavy. But so this is how the front looks. Look at the little detail. He's so cute. He was like, "Hello." You can't beat that. It's so cute. Oh my god. I was thinking about getting two, but I was like, I didn't want to overdo it. But that's like the front. So this is how the back looks. That's like the back of it. And look at the color blue, like matches the blue. Oh my god, so cute. Right, Stitch? Hello, baby Stitch. So cool. So this is like what, $5, 4.99, and it's like a smoothness. You can hear that. Such smooth. It's like wood. It's out of wood. You know what I mean? That's out of wood. That's one of them. Okay. Then I have always wanted like Stitch hat, so I found this Stitch hat. I think this was like eight. No, I found this at Burlington for $8. So I found this at Burlington for $8. So this how it looks. Look how super cool it is, right? So I was shopping with my daddy. So he was just looking for a couple of things. So I came across this, because Burlington always have a whole bunch of Stitch stuff, especially for Christmas or Halloween, Thanksgiving, a whole bunch of stuff. It's like, because now it became like a thing now. So there's a whole bunch of Stitch stuff. So I'm trying to like collect the things that I like. I'm not trying to do like a OD thing and have a whole bunch of nothing. You know what I mean? But I found this hat and it had like these ears. And when you put it on, it's like super cool. So, and it has like a giant mouth. So this like the front of it. This is the back of it. It's so cool. This is like the inside of it. It's so cute. Look at that. Oh my god. So and I got this at Burlington. Excuse me, for $8. Well, no, $10. Sorry, for $10, it's 9.99. I seen it. I think I was. I don't know if I was catching out or something, but I was catching out, and I was. Can you see that? The glare. Oh my Lord Jesus! There you go. 9.99. 9.99 at Burlington. So I was catching out and I seen it and I was just like, oh, Stitch hat. Cause I wanted one. I wanted a Stitch hat. And I bought Stitch hat, like they're like beanies, but they're like Christmas and some are like really big. You know what I'm talking about? Like they're like kind of hangover. So I didn't want something too dramatic, you know what I'm saying? So I found this one. This one's pretty cool. A little Stitchy Stitch. Oh my god, it's so cool. Oh my god. Can you imagine? Oh my god. I don't know exactly when I want to wear it. I don't want to wear it to work because it might get dirty, but I'm still trying to figure out what to wear. Stitchy Stitch. Oh, you got like the big mouth. So cute. Oh my god. So I'm just gonna give you a closer look at it. Like the details of it. If you look close, it's like embroidery, I think that's what you call it. Like the way they stitched it. It's like you see? It's so cute. Look at that. Oh my god. It's little nosy. You can't beat that. Hello, Stitch. So cute. Ah. So yeah, that's my second one, and then I really love this one. My Stitch snow globe. Look at that. Oh my god. So, I think this was. Ah, don't quote me. Was it 10? No, 18 maybe. No, it wasn't that much. I think it was 14.99, $15, roughly. So with this, so I found this at Walmart. Thank God, because last year I was trying to find the Stitch Snow Globe, and they didn't have any. It was all sold out. So when I went with my daddy to Walmart, we went to a different few stores. It was like a Saturday. We went shopping, went to different stores. I found a couple of things. So this is one that I was like, it was a must have, because I connect snow globes, right? So I love snow globes. I love Christmas, my favorite holiday. I started connecting snow globes a couple years ago, so I have a few, but like Christmas theme. They're Christmas themed snow globes, kind of like the Santa Claus the movie. You know how he has a different snow globe for the favorite memory for everybody. So it's kind of like that. So I found my Stitch one. I seen some online, but I didn't want to order because in the fear of like if this breaks while it's being delivered, I didn't want to. You know what I'm saying? I just want to personally have that experience. So I think it's 15.99, and it's a Stitch snow globe. I'm gonna show you. Oh my god, that's how it looks. If you could take a closer look, you have like Stitch. You have a couple presents. He's wearing the hat. It says Merry Stitchmas 2025. So I'm assuming every other year has the year on it. So this how it looks right here. There you go, Stitch, and it says Stitchmas, Merry Stitchmas 2025, right? And then you shake it because it's so magical. Look at that, little snowy, little snowy, right? So you have Stitch. So my favorite part about this one, because I thought it was just a regular snow globe, but with this one, it actually has music. Oh my god, how magical! Da, 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 da. Mm, mm, mhm. Oh, I love the holidays. Well, Christmas, my favorite holiday. I love Christmas. Da, da, da. Oh my god. Dashing through snow, but I want open sleigh. All the field we go, laughing all the way. Bells are about to ring. So magical. Oh my god. Imagine if they have one that has like the lights. Oh my god. Is it done? Oh, stitchy. So yeah, so this how it looks. And then all the way around it has like trees, it has ornaments. You see? And then it has this is the bottom and it has like the wind up and then you have like the three little stands that you stand on it. This how it looks all the way around. My Christmas stitchy snow globe. So incredible. Oh my god, that's amazing. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. That's how the bottom looks. So magical. Oh my god. Ah, stitchy. And I have one more item. Bam! There you go. If you can see it. So this is from Burlington. I got this from 6.99. So I have two things for Burlington, two from Walmart, and one for Family Dollar. There you go. Now we got it correct. So I got this at Burlington also as I'm walking or cashing out like in the line. So I was walking, whatever was catching out, and I'm just looking at the stuff that they put like a lot of little quick buys or quick sales, whatever you call them, like in the cash out line, what do you call that? So I'm walking by and I'm looking at it, and I seen like something like sticking out like that, and I seen Stitch face, and I'm like, oh, that looks dope. What is that? And then it's a Stitch. Oh, excuse me. It's a Stitch 4-port card charger. If you can see that, it's a 4-port Stitch card charger. It's charges 4 devices simultaneously. You have two USB and two Type C. It's a 30-watt charger, so it does fast charging. If you have like the wire and stuff like that, and it's 30 watts quick charge, so it's fast charging. Import is DC 12 to 24 volt USB A Type C 1 outlet, share 5V 3V, and then USB A2 Type C2 output, share 5V 3.1. So you have you know, both chargers. So this is how the front looks. This is the front. This is the side. This is the back, which is pretty cool. And this is the bottom, and it's right there. This was 6.99. If you can see that. Oh snap! Oh snap! Everything trying to dance now, baby. All right, and that's the top. So let me clear this real quick. You must go. Okay, so this is the front, guys. This is the side. This is the other side, the top, the back. No, the back, the bottom, and that's the price. As you can see, that's 6.99, 6.99. And right here, this is the front, side, side, bottom, top, back, and the price. My apologies. I'm on three different lives, so got to make sure I break it down for everybody to my incredible knights and queens of the world, because you already know what it is. Hey, hey. So let me open it. Let me see if I can find scissors. I don't even know where I have this whole earpiece. My apology. I have all this earpiece on because I was trying to listen to a different video. God, here we go. Just be careful when you use any kind of scissors or knife, doing any kind of unboxing. Make sure you protect yourself and your babies. Oh, Lord, that's kind of itchy. It's probably getting hot already. So I'm trying to cut this open. These little flappy flaps. There you go. Here we go. Uh-huh. Come on. Don't play with me, baby. Don't be playing with me. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Now, there you go. That's how it looks when you open it. Womp, womp. And make sure you're always careful when you're pulling stuff out so whatever's underneath it doesn't fall or break or damage. That's how it comes in this little, you know what I mean? Super cool. It's so shiny. So that's how it looks, the front of it. You have your, what is it? Your USB A1, A2, Type C1, Type C2. If you can see that. There you go. Pretty dope, right? It's shiny. It's like a navy blue. It has the Disney logo on it. Then it has like, and it's like pretty big. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty big. That's how it looks. You have the Stitch logo right here, the punta right here. That's how it looks right there. You can see all that goodness. Stitch. She has a Stitch picture right in the middle, which is super dope. That's how it looks, guys. Uh, as you can see that, my apologies. It's probably the glare. I'm sorry, but that's how it looks. You have the Stitch logo right there. If you can see that kind of, Then you have that, which is pretty dope. I'm gonna try it out. Put it in my daddy's car. See if it's chargers and stuff like that. I don't know if it has like lights or not, but it has like these increases. I don't know, like in between. So I don't know if that's supposed to be lights or something, but it'd be pretty cool if it light up. You know what I'm saying? Or that's like a little Stitch sound. Be super cool. Oh, excuse me. I need to get me some water. So yeah, my unboxing. You know what I mean? A little bit of sun. Oh, excuse me. So let's get into our topic. So I did like a mini video. I think the day before yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, about showing up, and basically showing up basically it's like showing up for yourself, for your family members, for your goals and dreams, for God, for your purpose, for whatever it may be. Because sometimes we get so caught up in life that we feel like we're doing a lot when we're not. We feel like we're giving so much and yet not seeing nothing in return. Sometimes we feel like we're just feel like tired, drained, wore down. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we feel like we make these excuses to not show up. You know what I'm saying? But the thing with showing up is even when you're tired, exhausted, even when you have other reason to not show up, when you show up, it does something to you that it empowers you as a person. It develops character within yourself, and it shows people that you are reliable and accountable. You know what I'm saying? Because that's something that I'm learning more and more recently. That it's not how I feel, but what I know is right, which I mentioned before in prior videos, and that's just mental and emotional maturity. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you may feel tired, yeah, you may feel exhausted, but you still have to show up. You know what I'm saying? Because success requires for you to show up. They say what 80-90% of success is just showing up. The other 10 is just you doing your thing. You know what I mean? Because when you show up, you're already there. You're ready. You're just good to go. And oftentimes, your mind will try to give out before your body does. You know what I'm saying? Your mind will try to convince you first to not push past your comfort zone because it doesn't know. We get so comfortable in our bubble that we don't pursue something different or something more because it feels different. It feels uncomfortable. It's something you never done before. You know what I'm saying? So when you keep showing up, regardless of how that looks for you, you know what I'm saying? If you know it all, if you don't know, if you're showing up to learn, that's an incredible thing because a lot of people make excuses to not show up. You know what I'm saying? And showing up for yourself could be like saying no to something that you really don't want to. It could be saying yes to something you really want to. Showing up for like your children or their events, showing up for your parents, even if you don't feel well or if you're tired or if you're exhausted, like it's a mental habit to develop of showing up. You know what I'm saying? Because oftentimes we have all the reason to not to, right? And then when you actually force yourself to show up, right, you push past that, you show up, it's not as bad as you thought. And you actually start having fun. You know what I'm saying? So just like the other day I had a meeting. I wasn't feeling well. My mind was like, oh, not go, don't go. But I ended up going to my meeting. I catch like the training portion of it. I didn't do the first portion of it because it's usually like routine. But the second part is always different because it's a different speaker, it's a different trainer. You learn different things and stuff like that. But I end up showing up regardless of anything, regardless of how I felt. And I have fun. You know what I'm saying? You have fun, you feel good, you reinforce that identity within yourself that you're someone who's not gonna give up, you're not gonna be easily intimidated, you're not gonna back down, you're gonna continue to fight. So always watching. Hello, Jacob. So with all that being said, oftentimes we make too many excuses of why not to and stuff like that. But with me, like I always been the type of person that regardless of how I feel, something always tell me to show up. When you value something and something's important to you and you put commitment on it, like you want to be committed to it, something will always tell you keep showing up regardless of how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like just like how you give your all to your job and you out there making it happen, making your money, it's the same mentality and the same emotional resiliency and when you want to pursue a goal and dream, when you want to build something, and that could be anything. You could build a family, you could build a house, you could build friendship. It's just the basis of your foundation of the character you want to be and become. You know what I'm saying? We live in a society that they want everything fast and quick, and they make so many excuses as to validate poor behavior and trying to make it normal. And it's not right. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people are doing things that trying to make it seem that it's normal and it's okay when it's not, because they want to live a fast lifestyle, because they want to make money, they don't want to put in that work. And what happened oftentimes, which is sad to admit or to begin to realize, is you're setting yourself up for your own downfall. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it may feel good, but if you don't have the right state of mind, the right frame of mind, the right emotional frame, you end up falling for the illusion, for the lies. You end up doing things that's outside your character, kind of self-sacrificing who you are for something that is coming and going and fleeing. You know what I'm saying? When you build a solid foundation based on the right morals and value, it lasts a lifetime. Just like a lot of companies that build their stuff based off the values of God and Jesus and treating people right and respect, they last forever. You know what I'm saying? They last a really long time compared to a lot of companies that end up being corrupt by the greed of money or trying to rush to do all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you're sacrificing your people, you're sacrificing your integrity, you're sacrificing your morals, and you end up collapsing. You end up doing crazy things, you end up on the news doing all this wild stuff, and you're like, oh, what happened? You know what I mean? So you got to be very careful in how you establish something. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's very important when you're showing up for the right things, not the wrong things, the right things, for the right reasons, for the right morals or values or whatever it is you stand for. You know what I'm saying? Because how you treat others and how you carry yourself is your reflection to other people, to the world, to humanity, to the legacy that you will leave behind. You know what I'm saying? Just like when someone mentions someone's name, a lot of people have either good to say about them or they have a lot of bad things to say about them. You know what I'm saying? And oftentimes people forget that we're all human. Regardless of how successful you become, regardless how famous you become, we're all human. We're all people. You know what I'm saying? We're not just robots and statues, and people tend to not treat you the way you're supposed to be treated. You know what I mean? So it's just like that. If you carry yourself in a certain light, then people are going to treat you in a certain light. But we have to be mindful and remember that we're all human, we're all beautiful, we all go through our ups and downs. We need to be there for each other, be kind to one another. And also something I want to talk about too, it's like when you are around people, right? Like, say, like, people who are successful or famous, right? And then they have friends and stuff like that. If you're around these people, right, you're around certain people and they're doing something that is not right, it's in a way your job or your responsibility to say something like, oh, by the way, that's not right, instead of being quiet and kind of like don't want to get in it or don't want to be in the midst of something. You know what I'm saying? Because if you keep allowing something to happen, knowing you have the power to change something or influence something for better, and you don't, you're part of the problem as well. You know what I'm saying? Because oftentimes, yeah, they may not like it, but they will be appreciative of it when they come back and be like, oh wow, he really did have my back, like he really was looking out. Be that kind of person, be that kind of change, that kind of different. Because a lot of people nowadays, they just let things slide, they don't get involved, they don't, and then they wonder why the world is what it is or why things are the way they are, because nobody want to do what is right or stand up for what is right. You know what I'm saying? So getting back to what I was saying about keep showing up, sometimes the hardest part is showing up for yourself. The hardest part is showing up for the new you, the one you're creating, the one you want to establish. Because a lot of people are going to remember you from the past you, or they already had this perception of you or this identity of you in their own mind. You know what I'm saying? But as you begin your journey of growth and begin to establish your new identities and who you want to be and remember for, you have to be very mindful to not give in to people perception of you. You know what I'm saying? Because oftentimes, as many people see, like when people start evolving, changing, growing, letting go of old habits, the same old habits you did with your old with old friends, or the people you used to hang around with. When they see a different version of yourself, they always try to bring up your old version of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Or always try to kind of like trip you up a little bit. But it's like, okay, all right, that's the point of growth. That's the point of healing and growing. You're supposed to be different. A lot of time people try to use your past against you, but you have to have the emotional maturity or mental maturity to be like, yeah, I understand, but that's in the past. Like, I'm not living in the past, I'm not reminiscing in the past, I'm in the present now, I'm moving forward. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it be like that with certain individuals. You know what I mean? The key is like, because sometimes the journey to like your greatness or becoming who who God's calling you to be might be lonely at first. It might be like God's gonna place you in like a holding place where it's just you and God for a while. And that while could be months, it could be years. But the point of you being like incubated, right, between just you and God is because He's preparing you for great things. And it might feel lonely, you might feel tempted, you might feel like doing old habits, chill with the your old group of people because you want to feel connected, you want to feel part of something. But sometimes if God is stripping you away from all this stuff because you're telling him you want to pursue what he has for you, you want to pursue your goals and dreams, that's how it looks like. You know what I'm saying? You're being pulled from what your comfort zone, and whatever way that may be for you, and whatever and however layers of that may be for you. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to like just habits, people, whatever you're used to eating, wearing, drinking, reading, it's all these things. You know what I'm saying? So when God is stripping you, he's gonna put you in an incubator. It's gonna be just you and God. So what you do in that time, you listen to God, you have faith in God, you start learning the word, you start preparing yourself spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. So when he's just like a cocoon, you know what I'm saying? Like when the the butterfly comes out the cocoon, and the cocoon you're preparing to become the butterfly, to become the eagle, to become the phoenix. So when you're in that place, you have to understand that you're in this place for a reason. Take that time to learn everything you can, prepare yourself for the success that God is going to take you through. You know what I'm saying? So when you're hatching from your personal cocoon, your metamorphosis, that's another word, you're prepared to walk into these different spaces. You're prepared to meet different people. You're prepared to network. And sometimes you may not feel, right? You may not feel like you have it all, right? You may not feel like you learn everything you need to learn, but you have the foundation. When you trust God, right? When you begin to trust God and what He's calling you to do, He helps you say the right things. The Holy Spirit works in you in ways that you may be saying all this stuff, right? And then you don't realize you're saying all these amazing things, but God is working through you. You know what I'm saying? So He's preparing you, right? But this you're still gonna have moments because it's a new experience, right? So you walk into these different rooms and the different conventions, or like whatever it is it looks for you, right? It's going to feel new. You might feel a little nervous, you might feel a little excited, you might be a little afraid, but you have like this glow, this confidence that resonates within yourself. You know what I'm saying? That you're going to be like, you know what, God called me here, and however that may look, if it's good, if it's silly, if it's a little messy, or if you stumble a little bit on your words, at least you did it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't get there because they're too afraid. And that's how you learn. You know what I'm saying? Because how often do you get inside these different rooms and talk to different people? You know what I'm saying? And just be yourself. Be polite, be respectful, be kind, be humble, be grateful, be hungry to learn and to be honest. Like, I don't know about that, but I'm willing to learn that. When you're honest and transparent with people, then they see your humility, they see your honesty, they see your truth. You're there to grow, because we don't know everything. We're trying to learn, we're trying to grow, we're trying to apply. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to paint this facade and come off like they know everything when they really don't. And you end up looking like a fool. You know what I mean? And I don't mean to use, because and that's not a pretty word to say it like a fool, but you don't want to come off like your head honcho, and then you end up like you don't even know what you're doing, like, you know what I'm saying? But when you come in there and you're honest and you're transparent on what you're saying or what you're there for, then people are able to assist you and help you. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all here to grow and learn. Sometimes we take too many things too seriously. They we try to beat ourselves up, and we have to be perfect in a way, and everything that we do. No, it's about progression. It's about analyzing. It's about taking your experience and seeing what you can learn and improve and grow from. It's just refining things. Refining the way you speak, the way you communicate, the way you engage with people, the way you work a room, the way you present yourself. You know what I'm saying? So as it goes, it goes deep. It goes to a lot of things. So that's the whole point. Take your time, keep showing up, even when you're tired or you don't feel like it, because it's worth it at the end. You know what I'm saying? Because success requires you to be present in what you're trying to pursue. If you're not there, how do you expect to get where you want to go? You know what I'm saying? It's just like you have to be there in order to learn, to grow, to put in the effort. You know what I'm saying? And the journey might be different for everybody. It's not gonna look the same. And sometimes we get caught up like when we look at other people and they're like exceeding faster than you or they're where you want to be. But you have to understand that they may be where they are, right? And they have what they have, but there's a reason why things takes time for different people because you have to learn exactly the mindset, the resiliency, the dedication it required to have your blessing because you may have how to say you may have like what they have but times two. So basically like, oh, you see someone who bought a house, but you don't know if God wants you to have two houses or three houses for a greater purpose. You get what I'm saying? So their level might be further from you, but your level requires more because you're going to receive more. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it be like that. Sometimes we think so little in our prayers or things that we want when we serve a powerful God that's outside of everything. Because sometimes we want to make this amount of money, but what happens if God just want to give you three times that? Everybody's successful, yeah, but you have to look behind their success. How are they becoming successful? Is it based off the right thing? If it's based off the right foundation? Because if it's not, then it's not gonna last long. You get what I'm saying? But sometimes it takes longer for us to do, when you do it right, because he wants to give you something that's gonna last for a lifetime. It's gonna last beyond you. You know what I'm saying? If you build something that's gonna be for the benefit of the next generation or the next, for the humanity or whoever may be after you're long gone. You know what I mean? So sometimes it might take long because your blessing is greater. It's a lot more for you. So it might take a little longer, but at the end of the day, God is always faithful, and God knows exactly when to accelerate everything because you might be struggling right now, exhausted, tired, praying, feel like the world's on top of you, and literally an hour from now, your breakthrough is coming, your blessings are coming. Tomorrow morning, you're gonna get that phone call, that email, the things you've been praying for, working hard for, waiting for, and that's what it is. A lot of people give up too fast and don't wait for the blessings to come because the moment you ask God for something, He already sent it in motion. He's already working on it. You get what I'm saying? A lot of time people want everything so fast, but it takes time. You have to be on God's time. You know what I'm saying? He spoke the world to existence, right? He knew exactly what he was doing. So and if you are at a level of you could say a mental maturity within yourself, like if you could really sit there, be honest with yourself that you want to rush things, then if you're know that you're a person that's trying to rush, you need to understand you have to develop patience, that characteristic of patience. You have to wait. You have to tell yourself no, you have to wait on God. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't be too fast with everything. You can't rush through everything because you're missing the blessing. What happened if God is trying to slow you down so you can see the miracle that's in front of you? Like just your peace, your serenity, your family. Just take a moment, just stand still, sit still with God and breathe. You don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to rush. You don't have to run, because if you feel like you want to run towards time, like against time, you're going to lose every time. Good time will always be there, even if you're there or not. You know what I'm saying? So trust God with it. Take your time. Oftentimes, like when you know God got your blessing, enjoy every day, enjoy the moment, be still, do your part, do work with faith, and then sow it, do your thing, and enjoy what you're building, enjoy your journey with God. You know what I'm saying? So keep fighting, keep striving, keep showing up, have fun. You know what I'm saying? Don't take everything so heavy and so seriously. Don't sacrifice your life with like foolishness and like the fast life they call it, and then you end up not knowing what happened to you. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn your own balance. You have to learn your balance with God, your relationship with God, your balance, your journey. And it's not depicted, it's not dependent on people's opinions or whatever anybody's trying to like pressure you into doing, You take your time, you align yourself with God and let Him guide you, let Him show you, let Him uplift you. Because at the end of the day, He will give you your blessings and the desires of your heart, but we have to understand that we're here for His purpose, what He created us to do. And when we get in alignment of what He wants us to do and that purpose, everything else flows, everything else falls into place, everything else makes sense. Because what your purpose is in honoring God brings you that happiness, that joy, that contentment, that growth, that everything that you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like it fills you up with so much energy that you are able to do things effortlessly. You know what I'm saying? Because it's an alignment of what God created you to be, created you for. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we need to slow down and just trust God in the process. And that applies to me too, because sometimes I get so caught up and I'm busy every day trying to get things done and I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting. But you have to understand that you're the one that's like you're filling up the how do I say it? Okay, like the river, right? The bank of the river, right? So you're the one that's all the work you're doing, that's the water you're putting in the river. You know what I'm saying? You just keep filling the river, keep filling it, keep doing that. And you're waiting, it's taking long, you're tired, you're exhausted. You're still doing it because you know God is not going to fail you. So the more you keep, and next thing you know, like that, it's like all the blessing. He opened the windows of heaven, pouring down blessings on you left and right. And I mean big blessings, small blessings, little blessings, blessings in between the blessings. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you sit back and you look at things and you're like, wow, like God is in the midst of everything. When you trust God in everything, He will be in the midst of everything. The purpose is to trust God. A lot of people don't understand this mindset of like finding God, loving God, opening your heart to God, building your relationship with God. He is the key to everything. The key to everything. There's nothing you can do that God would not allow you to do when you have Him in your heart. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people try to have all this success, right? And don't have God in it, and you see exactly how their life is. They're not really happy. They have this lifestyle that they don't appreciate. They don't like. They end up doing all this crazy stuff because they don't have the one thing that will bring in that satisfaction, that one thing that's going to bring that closeness, that connection, that love. You know what I'm saying? Just like many people that don't have nothing, but they have God, they're very happy. They're very fruitful. They're very graceful. They have this energy about them. And you're like, what is it about them? And it's God resonating in such a way. You know what I'm saying? So the difference is what you really want. When you're happy and you have God in your life becomes a reflection of who God is. You tell people by the fruit of their tree. You know what I'm saying? So when you meet someone, they're just positive, they're uplifting, they're calm, they're full of wisdom, they're not easily triggered, they're kind to everybody, even to their enemies. Who you think that is? That's the fruit of the spirit. That's God working in them. That's a reflection of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? But when you see people who have everything, but yet they're irritable, they're disrespectful, they're rude, they're nasty, they're greedy, that's not the fruit of the spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's not because you could have God and be very successful and have everything. You could be famous, you could be successful, but it's your character, it's who you are and how you handle the blessings. You know what I'm saying? You can have it both. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to live a poor life in order to have God, and you don't have to have a rich life in order to not have God. You can have God and have a prosperous life. That's the life He's gonna give you, but you have to align yourself with God. You know what I'm saying? How many times do you see people trying to get everything and do it, do all this crazy stuff, and they still not happy, they're still not successful, they're sacrificing everything, when you're missing the one thing that's gonna make you successful, physically, emotionally, spiritually, internally. God, Jesus, you know. But a lot of people have such a thing towards them that they're afraid to just talk to them. You know what I'm saying? You treat God and Jesus like your best friend. You talk to them. You tell them the good, the bad, the ugly. He would not love you any less. You know, he wants you to be that honest with him, that transparent with your emotions, with your thoughts, with your feelings, with your mistakes, with your ugliness, with your beauty, all of it. He's the only one that can take all of that and make something so glorious out of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I try to tell people all the time. Like, you know, you're starting off, you know, you want to do good things, you want to be fruitful, you want to be helpful, you want to be a blessing. But it all starts in your journey with God. It'll start that relationship with God, you know? It's being honest within yourself. Like, we're not perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not perfect. I have my good days, I have my not so good days. But God understands all that. But the point is to never give up, keep showing up, keep, especially like the showing up, you know what I'm saying? Keep showing up, especially when it comes to God and your relationship with him, because that's where it starts. Keep praying, keep having faith, be honest with him, tell him how you really feel, tell him about your days, tell him about your nights, tell him about your goals and dreams. Like, he cares. Like, he's your best friend. Like, he knows all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's just waiting for you to be honest with him about all this stuff, because that's how you will know that you trust him with it. You know what I'm saying? When you begin that trust and you're giving it to God, he could do miracles out of it. He could turn things around. He could do so much more than we could ever do. You know what I'm saying? Because his wisdom, his mind, his love is beyond us. It's beyond our comprehension, our understanding, our logical mind. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. So that's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? When you keep showing up, God's gonna keep showing up. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. When you don't show up, how do you expect someone else to show up? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to do your part. Oh, excuse me. That'll make me a little bit of coffee and a little bit. You know what I mean? But that's all I'm saying. You got to keep showing up and doing what you got to do, because if you don't do what you got to do, you can't become who God has created you to be. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep doing your thing, keep having faith, keep pushing forward. Because if you don't, then how you expect to do great things? You know, God is such a beautiful, you know, a beautiful God in everything that He does, and in the way He does everything. You know what I'm saying? So I made my little mini video the other day about showing up, because sometimes it is, you know, sometimes it is hard showing up for yourself. Sometimes it is hard showing up for your family. Sometimes it is hard showing up for work. When you're dealing with so many things within yourself, when you're dealing with your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, when you're trying to build something beautiful, because it's going to require energy, it's going to require prayer, it's going to require time and effort, it's going to require investments, and that could be, you know, prayer, it could be money, could be just waking up, it could be just investing, it could be a lot of things depending on what you're pursuing, what you're doing in your own life. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like me, like lately, I've been, you know, realizing a lot of things. Like, you have to do something with your life, right? You have to do something meaningful with your life, something that honors God, something that gives back to humanity, something that helps your family and it gives back. So if you either use your time and investment to build something of beauty, of greatness, of something that you could give, you know, you could pass on, or you could just waste your life, you can waste your time just settling for things, being mediocre, sacrificing your one beautiful life because you want to make excuses because you don't want to go beyond what God is calling you to do. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people are settling for a lot of things where they don't have to. They like live bare minimum life, bare minimum effort, and it's just like, if God gave you a diamond, you know what I'm saying? That's what God placed inside of you. You're the diamond, right? But you grab the diamond, you throw it in the garbage because you don't believe you're more than that. You know what I'm saying? So when you become when you allow yourself to be average or bare minimum, don't want to put in that work, that's what you're doing. You're taking the very miracle and blessing that God gave you and throw it in the garbage. Like it means nothing. You know what I'm saying? And you just cannot allow that, because little do we know, our life is more than us. You know what I'm saying? We're here for a purpose. We're here to be a blessing. So when you give up on that, right? When you give up on not wanting to do something more, or you know, getting in alignment with God, or doing your goals and dreams, you end up sacrificing all the people you're meant to help. You know what I'm saying? That could be your family, your friends, your loved one, a stranger. You could be the only hope in their life. You get what I'm saying? That will help them create the difference. And it goes in alignment too. Because sometimes, how do I say, like, you have to rise up to the level of your purpose to help a complete stranger to be the hope that they need in order to create something that's going to be a blessing for your family in the future. You get what I'm saying? So say like you have a child now, right? Your child's 1 years old, right? And God is calling you to help certain people, right? And so when you help those certain people, when your child is 25, the very people you help them create something that's going to be beneficial for your family and other families. And a lot of time people don't put this into perspective. You know what I'm saying? Just like when you help people on the streets, when you help the homeless, when you help your friend, even showing up and doing all these things while you're helping all these people, those come back to you in multitudes. So the more you help people and the more you bless people, the more the blessing come back to you in ways you can't begin to fathom right now because they're not apparent as of yet. That's how truly remarkable God is and what He does. There's a miracle in everything. There's a blessing in everything. That's why you got to be careful the way you carry yourself and how you treat other people. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing because the more you let go and the more you trust God and the more you allow yourself to be the blessing He created you to be, the more happiness you have within your spirit, within your soul, within your mind, the more peace you have in your home, you have with your family, you have with your loved ones. The more blessings, the more everything is covered that you don't have to worry about. Just like if you're short on money and you need something to cover the bills or anything like that, some way, somehow you end up having it because God got you. You know what I'm saying? When you honor God and you do what God is calling you to do, He got you, regardless of what that may be. You know what I'm saying? If you want to slice a pizza, He got you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to have a good time with an old friend, He got you. If you want to mend something, He got you because you honor Him. And when you have things in your heart that you want to make right and you want to do right because you want to honor Him, He helps you accomplish all these things. So, that's the beauty of God. That's the beauty of doing your thing, handling your business with God. So that's so important to keep showing up. You have to keep showing up even when you don't want to, because it's not how you feel, but what you know is right. Just like how God keeps showing up for you, regardless of anything, regardless of your sin and your trouble and all the stuff that you did. It's the same thing. You showing up for God and you showing up for what He called you to do, showing up for your friends, your family, your loved ones, the things He's telling you to pursue. You got to keep showing up and keep being there. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't show up for yourself, how do you expect someone else to show up for you? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. You got to keep doing your thing, keep showing up, keep being the blessing God created you to be. Because if you don't, how you expect to get where you want to go in life? You know what I mean? So that's a little bit of that. There's a couple things I want to talk about too, but excuse me. But yeah, that's basically it of showing up because it's hard. It's not easy for a lot of people to kind of put other people first. 'Cause I feel like a lot of people done that. A lot of people showed up for other people and try to do the right thing, but they've been like hurt, betrayed, taken advantage of, and sometimes people just give up being like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to feel that kind of pain. But sometimes you have to learn discernment. You have to learn who to show up for and the way you show up for them, depending who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So that way nobody is taking advantage of you or using you or abusing you and stuff like that. You know how to go about it. You know what I mean? So you just got to be careful in how and the way you do it. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Yeah, the way you do it. But it's a beautiful thing. I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing. Just like me doing my thing, showing up and doing the live and the videos and learning how to do editing and building my business and work and all the dynamics, you know what I'm saying? And family and friends and loved ones and but it's all worth it because when you honor God, He honors you and He blesses you and it's a beautiful thing. You got to keep doing your thing, handling your business, keep showing up, keep pouring out that blessing, because at the end of the day, like you have a heart. You want to what it is. You know what it is when when you're the one that kind of you're what's the one that got when you know what it is to feel pain basically. So you don't want to pass on pain. You want to pass on a blessing. You want to pass on love. You want to pass on the goodness that God is in you. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to hurt people because only hurt people hurt people. Heal people, help heal other people. You know what I mean? So that's how it all goes. I might mix me some coffee. I need to cut this now. But yeah. So how are we all feeling? How we doing? How's everyone feeling out there? Happy Tuesday, starting the week. Blessings every day, always keep your mind open to the miracle that every day holds. God loves you, he cares for you, you know what I'm saying? Try not to get caught up in like any kind of situation, don't miss out on your blessing, what God has in front of you. Because oftentimes the blessing you're looking for is right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? So right there waiting for you to take it. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have some fun, gotta live your life. You know what I mean? Don't forget to grab your blessing because we all want the blessing, baby. Sorry, I'm over here playing with my. Oh, excuse me. I should have brought me some water because I'm thirsty. But yeah, but how we feeling? It's Tuesday. We chilling. We vibing. It's at the afternoon. How everybody feeling out there? And the holidays are upon us. What are we doing? What's going on in the world? You know what I'm saying? I need to trim this. This thing is just irritating. But yeah, how's everybody's family? What's new? What's happening? What's going on? But yeah, anybody got any like? I'm sorry. Anybody doing anything for the holidays? Any trips? Anything? Hello everyone. Welcome to my live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But yeah, I'm already like 15 minutes into my live. So yeah, might do this for another half an hour and then call it a day. I was thinking about doing some decorations. I'm not sure, but I don't know. I want to start decorating my little stitchy stitch. I love my snow globe. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, it's so cool. I love Stitch, man. I have I have like two. I think I put on my table, and then I think three more that I put like here when I decorate. I have the other ones. I think I have a bigger one. It's like, and it plays music too. Jingle bell, jingle bell. Dun, 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 dun. I love Stitch. Oh my god. Dun, 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 dun. Jingle bell, jingle bell. Batmobile lost its wheel. Oh my god. Bum, 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 bum. So cool. Stitchy! Oh my god. Lord have mercy. But yeah, that's my Stitchy Stitch. I love Stitch. Hello everyone. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to my live. How we doing? Hello, Jay. Hello, Danny. Who else is here? My apology. Hello, Lincoln. Who I don't even know. Co-host. Hello. Hello, Country Wolf. How you doing? Hello, Ricky. Ramen Lopez. Hello. Hello, PD Willie. Um, yep. Hello, everyone. How we doing? How we feeling? How we living? Yeah, I mean, how we doing today? You ready for the week? Huh? You ready for the blessing that's coming our way? I know it's kind of cold today over here in this part of the world. I think it's like 20 something degrees. It's like windy. It's just cold. And then like the other day was warm during the day. So I don't know exactly where everybody's from. I don't know how's your weather and stuff like that. But how we feeling out there? How we doing? Hello, Oscar. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to my live. Welcome, everybody. How we feeling? How we doing? How we vibing? How we thriving out there in the world? Anything you want to talk about? Anything on your mind? I need to trim this. Waiting for my dad to come home. I got my fan going too because sometimes it get hot a little bit. You know what I mean? But how we doing? How we feeling? I might decorate a little more later. I was thinking about that. I want to do my live. I want to do decorating a little bit. I did my Christmas tree. My Christmas tree and stuff. With the decoration, I got to finish that. Something else I got to start putting up and stuff like that. I got to get the bins out of my closet or out of the other room. And I bought a whole bunch of decorations last year. Oh, excuse me. And I slept too. So I don't know. I don't know what else to do. differently. I don't know if because I found like a different star because I have a star on my tree, but it's like from Walmart. It was like 15.99, and it has like different. It's like a snowflake, but does different lightings and features stuff like that. But then there's another one that I just started selling on my job. That is it's a star, but it has like the little um holograms. Like it spins. Like it's a star, but like in the middle, it has like this little hologram that does like the pictures in the ceiling. So I might get something like that to see how that looks. Maybe the living room because I already have a whole bunch of things that for my room that is like Stitch related, stuff like that. So I have a Christmas tree. I have a Stitch skirt. I have Stitch decorations. I had like it was so cool. It was last year, whole bunch of Stitch decorations. So it's pretty dope. I gotta start decorating my room too. Started moving things around, putting things up, organizing everything, putting things in place. I need to start getting rid of other stuff too, so I can make more space. It's crazy, like stuff you collect and you have. It's like, But yeah, I don't know what else to. What else can we talk about? You know what I'm saying? So far, the holidays are coming up. Thanksgiving. Hopefully, get some good food. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about I don't know, like baking again. I did like give me a minute. I did brownies the other day. Came out really good. I think about doing cookies. Chocolate chip cookies for my sister because she wants chocolate chip cookies. I wanted to do maybe like a carrot cake. I don't know for my bakers out there, people who like to bake and stuff like that. I want to start learning that. I want to make videos too, like cooking videos of like doing little snacks here and there and stuff like that. The way I would do them, maybe y'all be interested in that. But yeah, so far, I'm doing your thing, doing your thing, doing your thing. Wait, I'm hungry. I don't know what to make. I want to make something. I don't know. Um, maybe like pancakes. I wanted pancakes earlier, so I'm gonna think about doing something like that. But how's everyone doing? Hello, hello. Talk to me. Hello. Bookkeeper. Hello. How you doing, bookkeeper? Welcome to my live, everyone. My name is Mr. Royal Diamond, aka Mr. Nieves, coming back at you with another. You know what I'm saying? How we feeling? How we thriving? Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. God bless you. How we doing out there? Any plans for the evening? Happy Tuesday for everyone. Getting ready for the weekend, getting ready for the blessings, for the miracles that God has from us. We're getting closer to Thanksgiving. I still can't believe we have what, like 2 weeks now, right? 2 weeks until Thanksgiving, if I'm not mistaken. Like Halloween literally came and went. Didn't even feel like Halloween. I'm trying to watch like a show now, I'm trying to finish that up. But I don't know. I want Thanksgiving to be fun, like make memories and have fun. Like Christmas, I want to start like I want to do like brownies, maybe a gingerbread house for my nieces and nephew. I tried to do that like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and what I bought wasn't working. It wasn't sticking. It was literally falling apart. I was just like, I don't know. It wasn't doing a thing, but yeah, how about everybody else out there? How we feeling? Thank you so much for the hearts. I appreciate it. God bless you. Anybody got anything planned for Thanksgiving? Christmas, any traditions, anything you guys do differently, or anything you guys make or bake? I'm always interested in people's traditions or what they do. Hello, thank you, bookkeeper. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you. I appreciate it. Thank you. So anything with you guys, anything planned, anything you guys like to do, any like traditions, my tradition that I started doing a couple years ago for Christmas is hot chocolate in the morning when we're opening our gifts. Then my mom started like she wanted like a couple years ago she wanted to do the watch Christmas movies like on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day after like the gifts and stuff like that. So we started doing that as well, so which is beautiful. Spending time with my mama and watching movies and eating like different snacks, because she likes my baking as well. My dad likes my baking. I like making different little things. So I'm hoping this year I can start making more, because sometimes, cause growing up, when I was a teen, I learned how to cook, I learned how to bake, and I was like really into it for like the longest, and then I kind of slowed down. But I'm really good at cooking and baking and stuff like that. I want to try different things. I really want to try M&M cookies, but like the big ones, like they're like this big, but they're M&M, but they're like crunchy on the outside but gooey when you break them. So that's what I want to do. So I want to try to learn how to make that happen real quick. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I started making little videos too, like Christmas decorations, because I know they do like the VMOS, I think they call it, the vlog Christmas, whatever. I want to do that for YouTube. So I want to start doing that, making little videos and have like fun and stuff like that for Christmas. And I need to really get into editing because every time I try to figure it out, I'll be like, and it's just I get to a certain point, I'm like, okay, and then I'm like, all right. And then I just leave it like that because I'm like, I could get like the snippets, but like adding like a picture or adding like a sound at a certain point kind of trips me up because I'm like, I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. Hopefully I can. You know what I mean? But how everybody's feeling out there, how we thriving. Hopefully it's staying warm out there because it's getting colder and colder on this end of the world. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like it's still warm. It's not like how it was back a couple years ago. A couple years ago, it used to get a lot colder, a lot windier. Now it seems like it's just warmer and warmer. It's like you don't feel the cold. It's not that much snow. It's kind of like changing now. But I don't mind just, I like snow on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, like a nice, good snowfall. And that's it. It doesn't have to be all crazy, but just enough, you know what I'm saying, to make it look magical. I love snow. Winter's my favorite season. Christmas my favorite holiday. It's just the magic of it, the way it feels, the way it smells, the way it's just what it is. You know what I mean? But how we doing? Hello everyone. Thank you. The one who gave it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How we feeling out there? How we doing? How we vibing? You know what I'm saying? What's new with you guys? What we doing on a Tuesday afternoon? How we chilling? What are your goals and dreams? Because I like making my life active, like how we feeling, what we thinking about, what we want to do. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Still trying to overcome this little cough. I'm about to make me something warm, kind of warm up my throat and stuff like that. But I should have made some tea actually before hopping on the live real quick. But yeah, I'm so excited for Christmas. Oh my God, the joys. It's my favorite holiday ever since I was a kid. I always decorate every year, all the time. Try to add new things, try to collect new things. So when I was with my mom, my tradition as well, besides the hot chocolate, I used to always get like the Christmas cups. Every year I would get a different set of Christmas cups. It was me, my mom, my brother. So I would always get like different, Christmas cup every year. And when I tell you I had so many different Christmas cups after like a couple years, it was just crazy. All different types, like mugs, ceramic, glass, wine glass, champagne glass, but like Christmas theme. So it used to be so cool, and it used to be so much fun. It's just little things like that that create memories. You know what I'm saying? That people remember and people feel the season. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for that. Waiting for more of that to happen. I don't know what else to. What else we could talk about? You know what I mean? Goals and dreams, which is exciting because sometimes you gotta stay faithful to your goals and dreams and keep fighting for them. If even if you don't have any, you can also like come up with some. You know what I'm saying? They're always in alignment. There you go. It's always in alignment of things that you're passionate about or things that you just want out of your life. You can always work at anything. Take your time, take your build something, take your time little by little, day by day. You don't have to rush. You don't have to figure everything out all at one shot. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. We gotta start thinking outside the box. Gotta start being more confident, more dedicated, determined. Keep sowing that seed of faith. That good stuff. Keep being positive and keep doing your thing. It's a beautiful thing what you can create in a couple years, you know what I mean? Or in even a couple of months, being consistent for 6 months straight will kind of put you for like 2, 3 years ahead. You know what I mean? If you stay consistent, stay on it, don't give up, and no matter what that may be for you, especially learning something new, because it's always fun and exciting to learn something new. But yeah, how's everyone feeling? How we doing? How we thriving? How we living? You know what I mean? Barber, hello, Barber. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So many people. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, welcome, 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 welcome. Oh, baby. All right, I know that's right. That's what's up. Cool, cool, cool. What is going on? Pedro, hello, Pedro. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How we doing, people? Anything on your mind? Anything you want to talk about? Anything exciting? Anything interesting? You know what I mean? Ugh, excuse me. But yeah, well, pretty much, I'm about to finish my live. I'm about to wrap it up. Thank you so much for everybody. But yeah, remember, you have the power to change your life. You have the power to create something new, something beautiful, something amazing. Never give up on your goals and dream. Most importantly, have faith in God. Find God, love God, open your heart to Him. He cares for you. He loves you. He wants the best for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna wrap this up and make me some coffee and do my own thing real quick. I appreciate everybody who joined my live. I thank you. I love you. God bless you. Comment, like, and subscribe. Share. You already know. Until my next video, next live. Peace. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. Until my next one, my peeps. I don't even know how you turn this off anymore. Everything's changing. There you go. There you go. Okay, ending live broadcast. Thank you, my people. I love you. God bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm done on Facebook. All right. Thank you, YouTube. God bless you. Until my next one. Here we go.